Alright, so what we got here is the Trailmaster MB200-2. It's an alright bike. I bought it probably for about $1,100 shipped. I actually bought this after I bought the Massimo MB200s. This one, you can see it's all stock. That one has a little bit of an upgrade, just an air filter, a header. I believe it's rejetted. But for me, because those are for the kids, I wanted something a little better. And everybody on the internet kept saying this was the Cadillac of mini bikes. I'm not sure. Jury's still out with me personally. What I am noticing when I'm getting on it, it does have a better ride. But these shocks are terrible. They bottom out so often. I also noticed the engine on these. Just your standard 196cc. It's the same for the Massimo. And basically, I mean, even the pull start. Look, it's not even... You can pull it, it's not even turning over the motor. I've had nothing but trouble with the pull start. Also the engine itself. I can sit here and choke it, but as soon as I put it to full, I'll get on it to ride, it'll instantly stall out. Me, a kid, anybody, basically. And the Massimos don't do that. Basically, you can probably choke them once and they're good. They're solid. The only big difference for me, at least, is the rear suspension. I think instead of a drum, it's a disc on the Trailmaster. But I'm not sure why people think it's better. Just because I think the engine is so lacking for me after driving another MB200 model. Even with the torque converter. I mean, the MB200 from Massimo, this comes with the jack shaft. So I was actually expecting a lot more from the torque converter, but down low it just does not have it. Up high, top end, if you have a very long stretch of road, I'm sure it can easily do 30, 35. But it's very sketchy, but it also takes forever to get there. So to me at least, you know, there's pros and cons. If you absolutely need the rear, you know, obviously I'd probably say this one. If you just got a kid that could probably handle some bumps and, you know, have the youth on their side, I'd probably just stick with the Massimo. I think you get more. I mean, real honestly, the difference is the rear suspension and the drum brake. You know, the engine to me is just far superior. You know, I don't know what the difference is. They're both 196 cc's. I just don't understand why it's so difficult to have this one start out of the box. It's been nothing but a problem. Even, you know, pull starting it, nothing. Sometimes it'll catch, sometimes it won't. The torque converter on this also squeals a lot. Also, it has a very metallic noise coming somewhere. I don't know if it's this back here on the back side. That's probably what I'm hearing. I don't know if that's normal. That might be normal. I'm not sure. But definitely the belt's squealing. It's like a belt going bad in a car. It just squeals sometimes. I've only had this out twice. So to me, I did my break-in and everything. Redid the oil. And it's just not performing like I thought it would. Nothing was damaged in the shipment. Shipment was actually better than the Massimos. These boxes that the bikes came in were absolutely destroyed. There are, I believe the Sandstorm one had a lot of damage on the side of the false tank there at the top. But with these two, definitely, I mean, I believe I paid about 140, $1,000.40, and I mean, there's about $50 difference there. But I mean, if you're just getting them for kids and stuff, I think this is probably a better way than this. This is definitely going to need an engine. I'm probably going to, I already have a Tilson 212 on the way for it. It's just, this motor is just not cutting it. Even going up, because I mostly do trails and dirt, gravel roads, these do fantastic. These have the low end grunt. They don't have top end. They're jack shafts. They don't have top end speed, but they still get it. And this is fully stock. Like I said, this one just has like a little stage 1 header, rejet, air filter. And honestly, it's actually not faster top end than the black one, but it gets there a lot quicker. So I don't think stage 1 did a lot for me, except the power band comes on a little quicker than in stock form. This one I'm not even going to bother doing a stage 1. That's just how awful I think the engine is. I have very limited experience with go-karts and mini bikes, to be sure, as these two were my first two mini bikes. But I can say the motor at least is a ton better. In my opinion, I actually have two of them. You know, maybe I just got a bad Trailmaster. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure most of these, if it's like the Massimo, you can buy these at outlet stores, online, and I'm pretty sure they come straight, either from Massimo or Trailmaster. I don't think they actually have them sitting at the stores themselves. In my experience, because I ordered both of these, all three of them online, but they all three, I bought them with something else, but they all came ahead of the other things I bought. So, and I actually did ask for, because I bought these two at Lowe's. So they told me at Lowe's, they didn't actually ship them, the manufacturer did. I'm assuming it's going to be the same with the Trailmaster. But yeah, the other thing I don't know, I've seen a lot of people commenting on the chain. If I was to change out the springs, there's no chain tensioner that I can see. And some people were saying that's a issue with this chain popping off a lot. The other thing I did see mentioned somewhere on a forum was if you went up to a 60 tooth, that could alleviate that issue. So I will give it a shot. I did get a 60 tooth when I did the 212 ordering. But yeah, it's just, I did everything right. Just, I don't know if I got a defective motor. I mean, the pull string, the choke, nothing seems to work properly as other engines, lawnmowers or whatever have you. That's my biggest issue with this. Because if it doesn't seem to work right, you kind of feel like you got. The other thing I would mention, the handlebars is the only things I can say with these. They're, after a while, they're really hard to keep up if you're doing a long drive with them. These are a lot better. They turn a lot easier, and you can hold them without having a lot of pain in your hand doing that. The kids do complain about that on the Massimos, but we got some thumb, I believe they're thumb throttles is what they call them. So we got those. They're going to be put on all of the bikes, because even I kind of like that. But yeah, I think, $50 more, maybe somebody can tell me, maybe I just got something bad. QC must have been out that day, I'm not sure. But yeah, if you guys have had experience with both bikes, maybe y'all can tell me what I'm missing. Because right now, the motor, I'm somebody who is out of the box. I just want a working bike. I'm not looking to go crazy with your stage 3, stage 4, ported heads and all that. I'm just looking for something that works out of the box, doesn't require a lot. I definitely got that with these two. but not this one. This one is testing my patience, especially with the pull start and just the rough choke. It's not, you get on this, you'll get it started, turn the choke off, get on it, go to get it in gear and take off, it just dies. I think today it died like 4 times before I could actually get it going. And what I did was I just tilted it on its stand, its kickstand there, and just kind of revved it higher so the wheels started turning, and then I went and took off. I don't think that's necessary. It's definitely not necessary for the other bikes. I don't know why it would be for this one. But yeah. But honestly, I'm probably going to go ahead and take it out since I already got the motor. We'll definitely take it to the next level and probably get a header and air filter and all that. Nothing too crazy. I went with the 212 Tillotson just because the PVL flywheel, I think they said it was rated 10,000, but I read in the small fine print, it's like for 10-30 seconds. You shouldn't be running them wide open like that, which I don't really plan to. Like I said, I'm mostly a dirt road guy. You can see, obviously, I'm a dirt road guy, gravel, trails when I can find them. But yeah, this is not going to cut it. So if anybody is looking for like maybe a street cruiser, maybe that's what this is meant for. These would definitely work as a street cruiser, especially being they have no rear support. But these work great on trails too. It's actually not that bad. I can say the one thing I will give the nod to is the actual pegs on these. They actually dig in. On the Massimo, actually, one of the kids stood up and hit a bump real hard, and I had to replace them. They're just not secure in there. That is one failing of those. But I mean, I think those are like 10, 15 bucks for the pair. And they've not had a single problem. You can push on those and they're fine. So, not too worried about them now. Yeah, like I said, let me know if I'm just odd one out. But that is what I think about the MB200 from Trailmaster.